Today's day 11, and we are going to shock your system. We are going to wake up your nervous system, train the mind, upgrade the body. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody what are we doing here. So every morning we come here, we want to wake us up, shake us up, out of the default mode, out of the auto mode, and put us all into the create mode. And a create mode where we are maximizing our potential by reducing all the interferers that we have. So that's what we are doing. So you might have noticed that the moment you stop working on yourself, if, like they say, if you don't grow, you start stagnating. And if you don't grow and you stagnate, and then you start declining. And we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you, so that you are always ahead of the pack and winning. Okay? So make yourself comfortable, take a deep breath, and become alert and start listening. And first say to yourself that I will listen attentively till the end. I will not let my attention wander. Once you've said that, you say to yourself, I am ready to meet any discomfort very, very consciously. Now, is it right to say that if you're trying to do something new, if you're trying to do something out of the usual, you're definitely going to meet discomfort? And if you want to avoid discomfort, you do whatever your habits have trained you to do. Yeah? So let's get into this session number 11, wake up session. There's a very interesting guy called Wim Hof. He says, cold is a cheap drug that makes you feel like a superhero. Cold. You notice he's not saying suffering or punishment or anything of that sort. He says cold, like ice cold, is a drug that makes you feel like a superhero. Why? There is a reason. Cold creates a very, very, very powerful biochemical shift in your body. It is free, it is fast, and it is legal. And today we will experience it firsthand. So, why does it work? Now we are talking about what science is saying. It says that when you get exposed to cold, it spikes your dopamine up by 250%. It's a hormone for motivation and for drive. It goes up by 250%. Interesting, isn't it? It increases norepinephrine, focus and alertness. Then there is something called, brown fat that is there in our body. It's not a very, very good one. It activates that, so it will make you burn fat, increase your metabolism. It trains a nerve called the vagus nerve, and that leads to emotional regulation. But the real magic is cold, yani ki sardi, it teaches your nervous system one sentence: I can be uncomfortable and still be safe. So have you noticed that we avoid discomfort because our brain makes us feel that it's not safe? So you can be uncomfortable and still be safe. And once you realize that, what do you think will happen? You will stop avoiding uncomfortable situations. Now, what happens when you keep avoiding uncomfortable situations? I don't have to tell you that, right? Now, once you start believing I can be uncomfortable and still be safe, that will make sure that, your stress will go down, your fear will go down, your tendency to hesitate and procrastinate will go down. You will stop avoiding many things because it makes you feel uncomfortable. So cold is not only about temperature, it's about your relationship with discomfort. So there is a shift that we need to make from control We do a lot of control to make sure we don't get into an uncomfortable situation. So we want to shift from that to a state where we welcome it. Yeah? Now what happens? We are using control for avoidance, or you can use control to prevent you from avoiding many things. You have that much control over yourself that the moment you see discomfort, the moment you see hesitation, the moment you see avoidance, you can control it and focus that energy elsewhere. So many people, in fact, most people spend their whole life avoiding discomfort. Avoiding difficult conversations. Think of how many difficult conversations you have avoided. At home, especially, or in the office. Avoiding discipline. A lot of people avoid silence. We avoid uncertainty. We don't want to be in a situation where we feel uncertain, isn't it? Now, cold would reverse that pattern. So you don't wait for comfort. You enter comfort or discomfort consciously and breathe. So that would train your leadership qualities at a biological level. So cold exposure is courage training. Now we cannot send everybody to Saichin. So those of you who have been there have faced real hardest discomfort. But today we will start very small and very safe. So we will set safety and we will frame safety, but yet expose ourselves to discomfort. Now what we are going to do is not about being a hero or something. It's about initiation. It's not about forcing. It's not about forcing. It's not about comparison. The practice which we will do today would take 30 seconds. Yeah, we will use our wrist or we will use our face. We will use cold water only. No ice bath is required. You remain in control all the time. And this is about your choice, not endurance. Okay? So we will do a live experience. Now, obviously you're sitting in a place where you may not be able to do it. But if you are in a place where you can do it, we can do it now and we can do it together. If you cannot do it, then visualize clearly. The mind does not know the difference between a real experience and an imaginary experience. So you can imagine and do it also. However, whenever you can, do it physically. So step number 1, you prepare yourself. You stand near a sink or a shower. Relax your jaw. Soften your shoulders. And say to yourself, I choose this. I was doing it every day when I was in Kodaikanal. So turn the water to cold and then expose your wrists or your face. Just splash cold water on your face. Gently or whatever way you want to do it. And I will count. And you can imagine doing it if you're not physically doing it. 10, 9, stay present. 8. Notice how your mind wants you to pull away from there. 7, 6. I want you to remember that you are safe when you do it. Nothing's going to happen to you. You are in control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can switch off the tap if you've opened it. And if you're doing the imaginary one, you can switch off the imaginary tap. Okay. Step number 3 is we celebrate it. Okay. So what we do is we laugh or we smile. So let's do our 100% laughter exercise. You can do it silently or you can make a sound and do it now. 1, 2, 3, go. You can celebrate by laughing, you can celebrate by dancing. Important thing is that celebration teaches the brain that at the end of discomfort there is a reward. Okay? So you're programming a brain not to avoid discomfort by training it to create discomfort, experience it, and know that it is not dangerous. So our automatic reaction to discomfort is go away from it. That will not happen. Okay? Now what happened just now? Notice your breath. Notice your alertness. Notice the clarity of your mind now. Now this is that dopamine hormone that is released without any addiction. This is focus without any coffee. This is confidence which you are getting. No ego. Is not only exposing yourself to cold, okay? You were leading yourself. You were out of the auto mode. You were in the create mode for a while. Let's do a quick identity shift again. So say this to yourself very silently. I am someone who trains resilience daily. One more time. I am someone who trains resilience daily. So this practice will ripple outwards. It will show its impact in many things in life, right? Tough conversations will not feel so tough anymore. Discipline, which sometimes we find uncomfortable, will feel very natural. Stress will loosen its grip. So this cold exposure doesn't make your life easy, it makes you capable. That's what's important, isn't it? So let's do a little affirmation here. Repeat along with me, please. Cold is my teacher. Cold is my teacher. I breathe through it. I own discomfort. I am alive. Let it all settle into your each and every cell of your body. So, guys, once you complete this cold exposure, you will put that comment saying, put the comment over there, cold, done. And you can add one word if you like, shock, shiver, laugh, power. Any one of those words, shock or shiver or laugh or power. So take one deep breath and remember, you did not punish your body. You upgraded your biology. Cold delivered, power unlocked. Tomorrow morning we'll go deeper. And a quick reminder once again what we are doing. Every day is pushing you out of your comfort zone, helping you to maximize your potential by reducing your interferers, getting you out from the default mode to the create mode. So until tomorrow, remember, shock delivered. We have unlocked your power. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.